Hi guys! So we are now staying away from the religious stuff again. I hope that last week was somewhat interesting for you. I'm doing a little bit of a theme for the next 2 weeks, and I will explain that when we go over for our stories. But once again, we are going to do 2 sets of yoga poses. Each pose will be for 10 seconds each, and then we'll do another round of deep breathing. Then we'll go and do our story, and then come back and do one final set of yoga poses. So our first set of poses of the night are turtle pose and bridge pose. So sit down with your legs in front of you, slightly bent. Lean forward and slide your hands under your knees to hold the inside of your ankles. Try to touch your forehead to your feet while breathing deep. And then with bridge pose, you're going to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground with your toes pointed straight forward. Check that your knees are hip width apart. Rest your arms down alongside your body with your palms facing down. See if your fingers can touch the back of your heels. Then tuck your chin into your chest, and as you inhale, lift your buttocks and flat back to create a bridge. So it is a modified bridge that we do, just to let you guys know. But let's start with the turtle pose. So we're gonna do this for 10 seconds, and then we'll go to our other one. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then we'll go into bridge pose. There's a gymnastic gym pose as well, but we do the yoga one because it is a little bit gentler. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And our second set of yoga poses of the night is butterfly pose and cosmic egg. So with cosmic egg, you start by being seated and then bring your knees together, hugging them to your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs to hold. Lift your feet off the ground as you lean back slightly to find balance. Keep your back straight and roll your shoulders back and draw the shoulder blades down while keeping your gaze forward. Then with butterfly pose, while sitting down, put the flats of your feet together, then put your hands on your feet. Your legs and arms make the butterfly wings. Gently move them while breathing deep. So cosmic egg. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rock forward. And then butterfly pose. One set of butterfly wings and the other. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And let's do one more round of deep breathing before we head into our stories for tonight. Remember to sit up nice and tall. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Ready? So, are you guys liking the new format for yoga? I know that it makes these videos a little bit longer, but it is good to have balance in the poses. But for tonight's and next week's stories, I am helping celebrate National Poetry Month. So tonight I'm going to be doing several short poems, and then next week I'm doing a collection of poems that were all written by the same poet, and they all have a similar theme. I hope you'll enjoy. The poems I've selected are all in the public domain, so they are a little bit older, but I still think they're super sweet. The first poem I'm doing tonight is called A Bird Came Down the Walk, or In the Garden, by Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson lived from 1830 to 1886 and is considered to be one of the most important writers of poetry in America. A bird came down the walk. He did not know that I saw. He bit an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sidewise to the wall to let a beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened beads, I thought. He stirred his velvet head like one in danger. Cautious, I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rowed him softer home than oars divide the ocean, to silver for a seam, or butterflies off banks of noon leap splashless as they swim. Our second poem tonight is called The Echoing Green by William Blake. William Blake lived from 1757 to 1827 and was an English poet. Blake's words describe the images and delightful joy of children playing outdoors, and the echo is an old man's memory of his own childhood. The sun does rise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and the rush, the birds of the brush, sing louder around to the bell's cheerful sound. Well, our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. Old John, with white hair, does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. They laugh at our play, and soon they'll all say, Such were the joys when we were all girls and boys, in our youth times were seen on the echoing green. Till the little ones, weary, no more can be merry, the sun does descend, and our sports have an end. Round the laps of their mothers, many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sports no more seen on the darkening green. Our last poem of the night is called Swing Song by Laura E. Richards, who lived in the United States from 1850 to 1943. She was almost 100. She wrote more than 90 books and poems, and many of them were designed for children. I hope you enjoy. As I swing, here beneath my mother's wing, here beneath my mother's arm, never earthly thing can harm. Up and down, to and fro, with a steady sweep I go. like a swallow on the wing, as I swing, as I swing. As I swing, as I swing, honeybee comes murmuring, humming softly in my ear. Come away with me, my dear, in the tiger lily's cup, sweetest honey we will sup. Go away, you velvet thing, I must swing, I must swing. As I swing, as I swing, butterfly comes fluttering. Little child, now come away, mid the mid-clover blooms to play. Clover blooms are red and white, sky is blue, and sun is bright. Why then thus, with golden wings, sit and swing, sit and swing. As I swing, as I swing, Oriole comes hovering. See my nest in yonder trees, little child, come work with me. Learn to make a perfect nest, that of all things is the best. Come, nor longer loitering, sit and swing, sit and swing. As I swing, as I swing, though I have not any wing, still I would not change with you, happiest bird that ever flew. Butterfly and honeybees, surest is you, you must envy me, safe beneath my mother's wing, as I swing, as I swing. I just want to take this opportunity to give another huge shout out to Kelly's Computer Works here in North Balford for the very generous donation of the iPad tripod. It has made filming so much easier, and nothing is easier than when I'm doing my yoga now. So let's go over and do one more set of yoga poses before we say goodnight. So what did you guys think of the poetry? We are going to be doing another theme of poetry next week, but those ones are collections of poems that are short, but they kind of all go together. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. Our final yoga pose of the night is tree pose. Stand tall and reach your arms above your head like branches on a tree. Place one foot firmly on the ground and then bring your other foot on the inside of your knee. Breathe deeply. So tree pose, we don't have to have another pose with it because we are balanced because we do one leg, then the other leg. So we're gonna start by planting our right leg firmly on the ground. Bring our left leg up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. And now we're planting our left leg firmly, right leg up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And namaste. I hope everybody has a great rest of their night. I hope that the nice weather continues, and we will see you next week. Let's do one more round of deep breathing to just help us drift off into sleep. Bye, guys.